The war was over, then we came. By the spoken chronicles, the Great War had ended. The galaxy had finally known peace. After 400 years of conflict, the blood-soaked tides between the Veln Imperium, the Atraxi Alliance, and the neutral trade web had finally calmed. The treaties were signed, the bodies buried, the weapons stored, everyone exhaled, everyone except Earth, because Earth hadn't been in the war. They had arrived after, and they weren't interested in peace. A Veln patrol ship was the first to make contact. It found the human vessel drifting near the edge of the Drixian void, weapons cold, engines quiet, systems silent. A wreck it seemed, until they boarded and were never heard from again. Humanity's re-emergence confused the galaxy. Earth had been quarantined during the early stages of the war. A young species, promising but unstable, not worth the risk. That was the last anyone had heard. Now, their ships began appearing across dead battlefields. Ruins, ash-covered planets, mass graves, always silent, always watching. The Atraxi sent an ambassador. The humans didn't answer. The trade web tried diplomacy. The humans didn't reply. The Veln sent a fleet. The humans replied once. A message broadcast in over 70 languages, carved directly into subspace. You ended the war. But not the pain. We're not here for conquest. We're here for the cost. The first strike was surgical. A former Atraxi fortress world, now a museum, was atomized. Not the planet, just the monuments, every statue, every record, every glorified hologram celebrating war heroes, gone. In its place, one sigil scorched into the bedrock. Remember what you did then. They hit the Veln War Shrine on Grexar 9. Not the civilians, just the generals. They were vaporized mid-ceremony while commemorating their noble defense. Across the galaxy, human ghost ships spread like fire, not conquering, correcting, erasing the myths, erasing the glory, erasing the story that war had been necessary. Why now? The Atraxi Council screamed in panic. Their comms cracked. A human face flickered on screen, scarred, grim voice like gravel. Because you moved on. Because you celebrated survival. While the ones who didn't survive were left in the dirt. Because you ended your war before we ever got to fight ours. What followed was not war, it was reckoning. Every propaganda server was scrubbed, every neutral archive overwritten. Every world where a child was taught to honor the necessary sacrifice was visited by human operatives who taught them what sacrifice really looked like. The screams, the broken, the forgotten. Eventually, the galaxy begged for negotiation. Humanity responded. They sent ships to the neutral world of Nalius Prime. Unarmed, they stepped into the chambers and told the truth. You didn't end the war, you just stopped shooting. Now you will remember. Today, every galactic species teaches a new history, a history of war not as glory but as consequence. And every year on the Day of Silence, across every system once touched by the Great War, every voice goes quiet at the same hour, because they know that if they forget, if they start to lie again, the humans will return and remind them